The Center for Educational Media and the College of Education at Middle Tennessee State University are proud to offer professional development to K-12 educators in Tennessee through our online video library. These videos are aligned with standards set by the Tennessee Department of Education. For more professional development videos, check out our website at cem.mtsu.edu. Dr. Thomas founded and directs the Center for Accelerated Language Acquisition here at MTSU. And she has coordinated the teaching of a number of language programs: Spanish, French, Tamil. She's currently doing an American Sign Language course. And are there other languages I'm sure I missed?
Spanish, German, French, Japanese, Italian.
And Dr. Thomas, do you speak those languages?
I had to learn about a semester in order to train the teachers to do it, but the one that we just recorded is American Sign Language.
Yes.
So it's Japanese, Chinese, Arabic. We have done Gaelic before. So
there you go.
Yeah. So this can, and Latin. We have Latin, an unspoken language which is taught as you're going to see right now.
Okay, so she's here today to bring some of her work and her research and her expertise, particularly framed in total physical response, the TPR method. And get your Japanese brains ready because we're going to be using them this morning. But Dr. Thomas not only holds the classes here in her center, but we record some of these courses, and we can make those available to you if you are interested in seeing some of those courses. We have it on video. Let's see. She has graciously joined our efforts this year in the collaborative and has offered to do this presentation today. Dr. Shelley Thomas, come on up. Come on down.
First, let me thank the ELL group, all of you, Laura, Jenny, for all the work you're doing. This is a first, so thanks. You know, Japanese is not my native language. So I've done these demonstrations in other languages, and I can remember when I was doing it in Arabic a few years ago, this is what happened. You know, the brain is a pattern seeker. And I'm going to give you enough of the pattern that you're going to pick it up. So this was the first time I was giving it in a language I didn't really know. So here's a room full of teachers that are like my age, like, you know, back then I was like 60. So I'm doing the Arabic, and if you know Arabic, you know that if you talk about a girl doing something, the verb changes forms as opposed to talking about when a boy does something. So I wasn't saying anything. I was just about the language or about grammar. I was just giving the patterns. And after I'd given it for, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes, the people in the audience started to correct me because they had picked up on the pattern, and because I'm not a native speaker, I made some mistakes. So I want to encourage you, if you pick up on the pattern, if you're a fast processor, this is your time to shine. Raise your hand, yell it out, and correct the speaker. So today, we'll be learning in a different way for those of you that have never, tried TPR or heard of it. In my experience, it helps people remember things more easily and keep it longer. What will happen is I'll do an action and you'll do the same without repeating what I'm doing. So let me get over here. ADD and stuff like that. So the brain only has so many attention units. And listening takes fewer attention units than speaking. So you'll be silent for a while. And this silent period allows you to focus on the rhythm, the tone, the sound, the grammar, the syntax of the language. So what we do today will mirror the natural way that we learned our first language. So as babies, as you've all experienced with your own children, we need about 2 years to have a silent period before we internalize the beginning of the language. But as adults, we have 2 big advantages over babies. We have a fully formed body, thus, TPR, and we have a fully formed language in our brains, so that, when something comes to us, we take that new something and run back and try to attach it to something we already know. So what you'll find is the silent period for babies, which is 2 years, is drastically reduced to a few minutes. We'll be having really a simple back and forth in just a few minutes. So when I do the action, I'll be describing what the class is doing. It's a narrative form that forms a base for another method called TPRS, which is storytelling. So we're doing it in the narrative form because it goes more easily with storytelling. I'm just going to do TPR today. So if I say in the new language, the class stands, then you stand, but you don't say anything. So research shows that the brain needs about 80 repetitions of new words in order to get them into your system. So that's what I want to try to provide for you today in a brain-compatible way, meaning physical, fun, and novel. So let's start with, I'm going to take these words a few at a time, and I put them up there because as ESL teachers, I know you're trying to not only teach the hearing and the speaking, but the reading too. So of course it's not in the characters that Japanese is written in, but it's a stage. It's a stage that we go through because I know you all can read this. You're all literate. Put this right in. So everybody notice where I'm putting this, so that when I say, I wonder where my thing is, you can tell me. So are you guys able to see me? Everybody able to see me? Okay. So don't have anything in your hands. You can do all this stuff right at your desk. Okay. Tatsu. Suwaru. Okay. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa suwaru. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa aruku. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa aruku. Kurasu wa suwaru. Kurasu wa aruku. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa odoru. Odoru. Hai, odoru. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa aruku. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa odoru. Odoru. Hai. Odoru John Travolta. Hai. Kurasu wa suwaru. Kurasu wa odoru. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa suwaru. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa odoru. Kurasu wa aruku. Kurasu wa suwaru. Kurasu wa aruku. Hai. Sugoi. Sugoi. I'm going to divide you up into your 3 parts, and we're going to watch each other. You guys are going to be first, and then we're going to give a reaction to this. So what you want to do with your with your peeps is get them into releasing certain chemicals in their brain as soon as possible. And when this group is successful and this group applauds them, certain chemicals like dopamine will be released and people will want to do it more. And we're bonding at the same time. So you want to be cognizant of what activities are releasing certain chemicals in the brain. Okay. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu odoru. Hai, odoru. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu aruku. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu aruku. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu aruku. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu odoru. Sugoi! Sugoi! Kurasu odoru. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu odoru. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu aruku. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu aruku. Sugoi! Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu aruku. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu aruku. Aruku. Kurasu odoru. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu odoru. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu aruku. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu aruku. Sugoi! So we've used our whole bodies. We've divided. We're getting towards those 80 repetitions. But we need to vary with different activities to help massage the information in and to take care of everybody from fast processors to slow processors. And you may know from brain research that everybody has a different brain, just like they have a different fingerprint. And fast processing does not mean you're more intelligent than slow processing. I myself have a lot of dyslexia in my family, and I feel it myself, and I'm a very slow processor. So if I can learn 10 languages from the age of 50 till now, you know that it's possible. Okay? So what we're going to do is just use part of our bodies. I'm going to say one of these and describe them, and all you do is either point, really obviously to the right or to the left. Odoru. Hai, odoru. So there I am giving you confirmation. Your brain wants confirmation immediately, so it doesn't choose the wrong thing. So this is trial and error. Oh, okay, so suwaru. Oi, hai, suwaru. Tatsu. Hai, tatsu. Aruku. Hai, aruku. Odoru. Hai, odoru. Can you see my little thing? Yeah. Odoru. Hai, odoru. Where are you? Yeah. Good. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu odoru. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu aruku. Kurasu tatsu. Kurasu suwaru. Kurasu odoru. Odoru. Hai, odoru. Kurasu. Tatsu. Hai. Ka. Ie. Hai. Hai. Tatsu. Can everybody see? Kurasu. Suwaru. Hai. Ka. Ie. 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 Kurasu. Suwaru. Hai. Ka. Ie. Hai. Suwaru. Kurasu. Odoru. Hai. Ka. Ie. Ie. Kurasu. Odoru. Hai. Ka. Ie. Ie. Kurasu. Odoru. Hai. Ka. Ie. Hai. Kurasu. Tatsu. Hai. Ka. Ie. Hai. Tatsu. So, sugoi to you guys. We just had our first conversation. Everybody give yourselves a big hand. Sugoi. So how many minutes has it been? You see how you're much better than children? And children get all the best press because they're young and they can do more than we can. So I just need 4 volunteers to come up, and all you're going to do is hold the picture, and when I describe your picture, you're going to raise it. Very little to do besides raise your picture. So do I need to call on people in the first row? Will you guys come and just raise? Sure, yeah. What a good sport you are. Oh, and you will too, thank you. Good, and of course, I'm going to ask you. He speaks Japanese? Uh-oh.
You're a ringer.
You're a ringer, yeah. Okay. Can you come? Good, yeah. Oh, of course, of course. Can you come? Oh, I recognize you. Sunita.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Spanish.
Yes, wow. So you can see the scaffolding that takes place not only with the language, but with the requirements of the people. There's very little, you're safe with everybody doing it. Then we divide it up a little bit more, you know, you're doing this and that. But I don't go into this stage until I feel like I'm seeing that, wow, everybody's really getting it. You know, I would wait for volunteers, but we don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going for it. So if I say aruku, then she'll raise it. Yeah, raise it high so people can see the difference. Good. So you just go like that. Bam. Okay. If I say tatsu, aruku. So that's odoru. That's okay. That's okay. Odoru. Good. Tatsu. Suwaru. Tatsu. Suwaru. Aruku. Suwaru. Odoru. 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 Hai. Aruku. Odoru. Tatsu. Suwaru. Odoru. Suwaru. Tatsu. Aruku. Oh, sugoi. Sugoi. Can I have 4 more? Yeah, it'll be real quick. Just 4 more, pop on up here. Yes. Look at that lady coming from the back. Let's give her a big hand. Woo, the people from the back, yes. Jennifer's doing this because she's my best friend, and she knows that she'll have to talk to me about it at lunchtime. So at first, when people are, you know, new to the language, you want to look at them. And, you know, they've just been through a lot of practice here. So I'm going to look at them at first, and then I'm purposely going to look at a different person and then call theirs. So the skill here for the teacher is to remember the words that you're using, okay? So let's just, suwaru, tatsu, suwaru, tatsu, aruku, aruku, odoru, aruku, odoru, tatsu, suwaru, tatsu, odoru, aruku, tatsu, suwaru, tatsu, suwaru, aruku, odoru. Ooh, bravo. I was totally looking at other people.
You need to reiterate to them how you were looking like
Yeah.
at the wrong person.
Oh, look at her emotional reaction there. She's so proud of herself. I was definitely looking at a different person when I called hers, and she still got it. So can you see that different people are absorbing this at different rates? And it's important to go through all these little activities, processing activities. I'm doing a teacher training workshop right now, and I have Arabic speakers, French, Spanish, and stuff like that. They're already teachers, and their biggest comment is, wow, I thought the kids would be bored with this, but I'm not bored with all these repetitions because I don't know the language. So processing activities are really helpful for our kids that come in and they don't have any language skills. So we want to try to hold more language in our head. We've done it slowly, more quickly. Now we're going to try to hold a little more language in our head. And I'm going to give you what's called chain commands. Don't do anything. Oh, and I have a handout. I have this Uber handout that has everything you want to know about TPR, but we're afraid to ask. So just relax. You'll get all this. And of course, I don't have time to do all the processing activities today, but I've tried to describe them very clearly for you, so I think you can read it and understand. So I'm going to give you a 3-word narration, and when I get through, then you do it. For example, if I say stand, sit, dance, you wait until I'm through, and then you do all 3. Is that good? Okay. So, kurasu wa tatsu, kurasu wa odoru, kurasu wa suwaru. Hai. Ooh, sugoi, sugoi. Kurasu wa tatsu, kurasu wa odoru, kurasu wa suwaru. Kurasu wa aruku, kurasu wa odoru, kurasu wa tatsu. Oh, sugoi! Kurasu wa tatsu, kurasu wa suwaru, kurasu wa odoru. Sugoi, sugoi. Kurasu wa tatsu, kurasu wa aruku, kurasu wa yukkuritto aruku, yukkuritto aruku. Hai. Yukkuritto aruku. Kurasu wa tatsu, kurasu wa aruku, kurasu wa odoru, kurasu wa yukkuritto odoru. Hai. Kurasu wa suwaru, kurasu wa tatsu, kurasu wa yukkuritto suwaru. Ooh, sugoi, sugoi. Kurasu wa yukkuritto tatsu. Hai, yukkuritto. Kurasu wa odoru. Kurasu wa aruku. Kurasu wa yukkuritto aruku. Kurasu wa tatsu. Kurasu wa suwaru. Sugoi. So, what's the next thing after we do the whole group? Just shout it out if you can remember. Good. Then we, in order to give more repetitions, to celebrate, to release dopamine in your head, kurasu suwaru, kurasu wa odoru, クラスはゆっくりと立つ。はい、ゆっくりと立つ。クラスはゆっくりと座る。はい。クラスは歩く。クラスは踊る。クラスはゆっくりと歩く。すごい。クラスは立つ。クラスはゆっくりと座る。はい、ゆっくりと座る。クラスはゆっくりと歩く。はい。クラスは踊る。クラスはゆっくりと立つ。はい。クラスは座る。はい。すごい。クラスは立つ。クラスはゆっくりと踊る。はい。クラスは座る。クラスは歩く。クラスはゆっくりと歩く。クラスはゆっくりと立つ。クラスは座る。すごい。So once again, I'm going to describe, and you just point. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. 踊る. I guess you can't see that. Okay. 踊る. はい。ゆっくりと踊る。はい。ゆっくりと歩く。はい。ゆっくりと歩く。So, Frankenstein. ゆっくりと立つ。はい。ゆっくりと立つ。Yeah, that guy. 立つ。はい。立つ。ゆっくりと。はい。ゆっくりと。ゆっくりと踊る。はい。ゆっくりと踊る。ゆっくりと歩く。はい。ゆっくりと。はい。So let's add ゆっくりと to this. Can you guys do that?
Would it be appropriate in a class of newcomers to have someone like do warm-ups before you get into the lesson, like maybe use yesterday or the previous material, give them the cards and have someone who feels comfortable doing the description or the speaking lead the class, and then have everybody do that just kind of as a warm-up before you get into the lesson? Do you think that would be appropriate?
When you see the lesson plan that I give you, every day begins with review. So every day begins with exactly what you're talking about. Is your additional question that it be somebody from the class? We'll address that today. Okay. And you'll see how I pick out fast processors and help them be the mini professor.
Right.
Because you know that in the triangle of learning, it's when you teach other people that you learn the most. So we want to end all our lessons as much as possible with somebody from the class teaching it. And then you can pick them the next day for review. Good question, Sunita. Good. So these guys are new. I'll look at you first. Tatsu. Suwaru. Oh, I recognize you as a previous victim. Odoru. Yukkurito. Hai. Aruku. Yukkurito. Tatsu. Suwaru. What about this one? Yukkurito 座る。はい。ゆっくりと歩く。はい。歩く。はい。踊る。立つ。踊る。立つ。歩く。座る。ゆっくりと座る。はい。踊る。立つ。ゆっくりと。ゆっくりと歩く。はい。ゆっくりと座る。はい。Let's give him a big hand. Bravo. And you can see the variations of this are myriad. Your fast processors, you could give 2 to them and be going 2 at a time. And they don't know enough vocabulary for me to say something they don't know, but then you always say one that they don't know. And everybody feels good because, oh, she didn't trick us. Okay, let me add let's try some chain commands adding this adverb, okay? So you're going to listen for the 3, and then when I'm finished, you're going to do it, okay? クラスは立つ、クラスは踊る、クラスはゆっくりと座る。おー、すごい、すごい。クラスは立つ、クラスは踊る、クラスはゆっくりと座る。クラスは歩く、クラスは立つ、クラスはゆっくりと踊る。Oh man, you guys are awesome. すごい、すごい。クラスはゆっくりと立つ、クラスは踊る、クラスは座る。Was that, I can't even remember what I said. Did I say slowly dance or slowly sit down? Oh, good, okay. And you did that. Good. Okay. クラスは立つ、クラスは歩く、クラスは早く歩く、クラスは歩く、クラスは踊る、クラスは早く踊る。はい。John Travolta has never been this fast. クラスは早く立つ、早く座る。うい。はい。はい。クラスは歩く。クラスは早く歩く。クラスは早く立つ。はい。クラスは早く座る。クラスはゆっくりと立つ。はい。クラスはゆっくりと歩く。クラスは早く歩く。クラスは早く座る。Ooh, give yourselves a big hand. Bravo. So let's start over here. You know, you always want to change things up. クラスは立つ。クラスは早く座る。クラスは早く歩く。クラスはゆっくりと立つ。はい。クラスはゆっくりと座る。クラスは早く踊る。 Give him a big hand. すごい。クラスは早く踊る。クラスはゆっくりと立つ。はい。クラスはゆっくりと踊る。ゆっくりと。はい。はい。クラスは早く踊る。はい。クラスは早く座る。はい。クラスは早く歩く。クラスはゆっくりと立つ。すごい。クラスはゆっくりと立つ。はい。クラスは歩く。クラスは早く歩く。はい。クラスは早く座る。クラスは早く踊る。はい。はい。ブラボー。すごい。So now we're doing it with our whole body. Okay? I mean just our arms. 早く。はい。早く。立つ。はい。立つ。歩く。はい。歩く。早く立つ。早く座る。はい。早く座る。早く歩く。はい。ゆっくりと歩く。はい。早く踊る。はい。早く立つ。はい。クラス。ゆっくりとか立つ。ゆっくりとか立つ。ゆっくりと。はい。歩くか座る。歩く。はい。早くかゆっくりと。早く。はい。歩くか座る。座る。はい。座るか立つ。はい。立つ。歩くか踊る。踊る。はい。歩くか立つ。歩く。はい。So that's our second conversation. Give yourself a big hand. Bravo. So you see how we're conversing even if you're pointing? Then you're conversing even if you say yes and no. And this is even a higher level of conversing. I'm modeling when I give choices the pronunciation, even though obviously I'm not a native speaker, but you know. Bon. So let me get this. Is it okay, guys? Do you feel okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, voilà. I didn't dare teach you the Japanese numbers. I could just stand up here. Good. Good. 立つ、座る、踊る、ゆっくりと。はい。早く、ゆっくりと。早く立つ。はい。ゆっくりと座る。歩く。踊る。歩く。立つ。早く立つ。はい。早く踊る。ゆっくりと歩く。はい。ゆっくりと立つ。早く座る。 歩く、歩く、座る、立つ、踊る、ゆっくりと踊る、ゆっくりと踊る。はい。早く座る。はい。早く立つ。ゆっくりと歩く。はい。Ooh, let's give him a big hand. Bravo. For those of you that have very small classes, and it would take everybody in the room, just make a circle and walk on the outside of them so that can't see your eyes, and just say them. You know, there's the circle, they're holding the things, they can see each other. And if I say, hayaku, they'll raise it, they'll hear it. I'm going around the circle on the outside. They can't see my eyes looking at them and choosing them. Is that clear? So lots of variations. You guys will come up with your own variations. Definitely, as I train new people, their brains just take this information, process it even better, and come up with some great variations that I've adapted myself because they're smarter than me. Okay, let's see, what are we? So we want your name. I want volunteers. This is charades. You pick a sentence that you feel like you can do. Come up and tell me your name. Act it out. And then the class will guess what you're doing. Okay? So I am going to need people. Come on, somebody. You see one that you can do, just come on up. Yeah, I'm going to need, yeah, good. Actually, when I did this at, it was at TFLTA, immediately 10 people stood up and got in line. It was so awesome. So, I mean, if you want to get up and get in line, it would help it go more quickly. So, yeah, just go and get in line. So tell me your name. Tisha. Okay, so her name is Tisha. And whatever the sentence is, you want to say Tisha wa, and then whatever she's doing. Okay? Tisha wa suwaru, which number? 10. Let's give her a big hand. Bravo. Tisha wa suwaru. Keep going, guys. Keep lining up. You just tell me your name.
Tracy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Which one? 5. Hey, sugoi. Tracy wa odoru. Come on, guys. Keep going. Yeah. Yes. Look at him jump up. Yes. I recognize you. Okay. Oh, yeah. You can just tell everybody.
Yeah.
I won't even ask what you're doing. Wait. Tell everybody your name.
Luke.
Okay.
Actually, now we are.
Luke wa aruku. Which number is it? 3. Sugoi. No problem. Name?
Deborah.
Okay. Oh, Deborah wa. Number 1. So let's do it. Let's do it. Deborah wa hayaku aruku. Let's give her a big hand. Good. Name?
Catherine.
Catherine. Catherine wa yukurito tatsu. Bravo. I mean, sugoi.
Kim.
Oh, Kim wa yukurito odoru. Which number is it? 7. Bravo. Okay. I know we have more. Let's give it a couple more. Yeah. Come. Come, guys. Yeah. Yeah. She's punching you. Come on. Come on down, Dean. Yeah. Good girl. What's your name? Chelsea. Ooh. Chelsea wa hayaku odoru. Let's give her a big hand. Number 8. Good job. Okay. Yes. Oh, you can come. Come and do it. Jennifer wa hayaku suwaru. Oh, let's give her a big hand. Bravo. Hayaku suwaru. Which one is that? Oh, 9. Yeah, you're taking a big risk there. It could have come out from under your bottom. Good, good. Okay. Get some people doing something here. So just where you are. Now, I guess people need to see you. Do you want to come and just be an actress for me? Yeah. Sure. You, and yeah, yeah. So you can have a seat, and you can just walk over there and walk back. So your name is?
Jackie.
Jackie, and your name is? Jody. So, kurasu. Jackie wa suwaru. Hai, ka ie. Hai, Jackie wa suwaru. Jody wa aruku. Hai, ka ie. Hai, Jody wa aruku. Keep doing it. Jody wa aruku. Jackie wa suwaru. Hai. Hai. Jackie wa aruku. Hai, ka ie. Ie. Class, dare wa aruku. Dare wa aruku. Jackie. Hai. Jody. Jody wa aruku. Kurasu. Dare wa suwaru. Jackie wa suwaru. Class, Jody wa aruku. Hai, ka ie. Hai. Jackie wa suwaru. Hai, ka ie. Jody wa suwaru. Hai, ka ie. Ie. Kurasu. Dare wa suwaru. Jackie wa suwaru. Let's give him a big hand. Bravo. Just 2 more. Who feels like dancing? Yeah, can you just do? Yes, come. So you'll be our dancer. Yeah. Dancer and just stander. You can just be a stander. Oh, yeah, you're going to be dancer. Okay, so name?
Shamika.
Shamika wa odoru. Hai, ka ie. So you're going to keep doing it, man. Yeah. Shamika and Tracy. Tracy wa tatsu. Hai, ka ie. Hai. Shamika wa tatsu. Hai, ka ie. Ie. Dare wa tatsu. Tracy wa tatsu. Kurasu. Tracy wa odoru. Hai, ka ie. Ie. Kurasu. Dare wa odoru. Shamika. Kurasu. Sugoi. Hai, ka ie. Hai. Hai. Hey, bravo. So we have, what I usually do is, if you don't have the lesson plan yet, but, review new stuff, process, and then assess. And the assessment is an assessment of me. Have I taught too quickly, too slowly, too much material? So I do the assessment. I have a little assessment for you. And then every week, I teach at college, so I can do this. I ask them for feedback. How did it feel for you? Did you feel comfortable, at ease? You'll read in the little article that Asher put out that this wants to be stress-free. So they give me feedback, and it's important when people start new things that they give you feedback, and you can nip things in the bud if something's going wrong. So I've got a little assessment for you. It will seem very easy, and that's good because I want everybody to be successful. Before I give any type of assessment, I want to make sure that, that I'm giving it to people that are well prepared. So this first assessment is usually easy and fun, and my purpose is when they're successful, you know, a certain chemical is released in their brain and they want to come back for more. So those should be coming this way. On the other side, when I learned about TPR and TPRS, I did a 3-year certification program with Eric Jensen and understood the brain research behind them, and then I created a graduate course. The graduate course is taught every spring, and that's on the other side. And if anybody knows Eric Jensen, you know he's the foremost teacher trainer probably in the country. He takes the hardcore research from neurology, from the neurosciences, and chews it up and spits it out to teachers. And he has fantastic 7-day workshops, 3-day workshops, 5-day workshops. And in this class, I coach TPR, TPRS. We read Tools for Engagement, which has hundreds of processing activities. And then we do an internship at Smyrna. So if Smyrna's got the largest ESL population, I believe, isn't that right? And the chair, you know Olson. What's his first name? Pardon?
Colin Olson.
Colin was one of my students about 20 years ago. And, you know, the reason I can't remember names is because I'm an old person. So, yeah, thank you. Colin is great. He's got a great program over there. He's really laid back, and all the teachers are really loving. I see one teacher that I know back here. Yeah. So this is for the course, and this is your little quiz. So just with a pen, pencil, what I'm going to do is read it in Japanese and read it out of order. So listen to the Japanese. I'll read it out of order. So if I say, for example, if I read the 5th one first, you'll put number 5 next to number 1. Is that clear? Okay. So let's go. 誰はゆっくりと立つ? Jabba the Hutt ka Obi-Wan? So you're just listening to the Japanese and you're choosing one. And anybody want me to repeat? I'm happy to repeat. Okay? Yes. Here's the first one again. 誰はゆっくりと立つ? Jabba the Hutt ka Obi-Wan? Everybody with me? Thank you for raising your hand. Anybody need that repeated? Okay, here's the second one. 誰は早く座る? 誰は早く座る? Anybody need that? 誰は早く座る? Next one. Sonic はゆっくりと歩くか早く歩く? Sonic はゆっくりと歩くか早く歩く? Anybody need that again? Sonic はゆっくりと歩くか早く歩く? Next one. Brad Pitt と Angelina Jolie は早く踊る? いいえ。Brad Pitt と Angelina Jolie は早く踊る? いいえ。And the last one. Lady Gaga と Bradley Cooper はゆっくりと踊る? はい。Lady Gaga と Bradley Cooper はゆっくりと踊る? はい。Any of those that you need repeated? Okay, you just shout them out. What was number 1? 4. Number 2? 1. Number 3? 3. Number 4? 5. Number 5? 2. Awesome. Okay, just without going over the second one to the right, just tell me if you learned a new word. Pardon me? Yeah, to. What's to mean? And. Good. So you see how you can slip that in? If you know everything else, you can slip in a new word and your brain feels so happy. The kids are like, oh man, she didn't even tell me what that meant and I know. So what you want to do is be slipping in little words that they don't know. Fantastic way of teaching. The brain doesn't like direct teaching. It prefers indirect teaching if it's comprehensible, if it's totally comprehensible. So I imagine you guys could probably translate. Does anybody want to translate number 1? Raise your hand. Without me even doing the part on the right, tell me if someone can translate number 1 into English for me. Yes?
Who is a fast sitter? Or who can sit fast?
Good. Who sits fast? Excellent. Let's give her a hand. Bravo. Sugoi. Number 2, please. Yes.
Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper dance slowly.
Yeah, they dance slowly, question mark. And what's the answer? Height. Yes, of course. Let's give her a big hand. Good. Okay, third one. Yes? Who's got it? Yeah.
Sonic walks fast or walks slow or walks fast.
Good. Let's give her a big hand. Bravo. Number 4. Just raise your hand. Yes.
Who can stand slowly? Jabba the Hutt or Obi-Wan?
Yes, let's give her a hand. Good. Who can stand slowly, Jabba the Hutt or Obi-Wan? And the last one. Who can get the last one for me? Just raise your hand. I know you guys have it. Yes. No. Good. Let's give her a big hand. Bravo. So that was who sits quickly, number 1. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper dance slowly, yes. Sonic walks slowly or walks quickly. Number 4, who stands slowly, Jabba the Hutt or Obi-Wan? Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie dance quickly? No. Any questions about that? Let's read the note. If students are literate and the new language has the same alphabet as the native language or can be transliterated until the new alphabet is learned, there is a direct transfer of most vocabulary from auditory fluency to reading skills. The use of the absurd illustrates how the mind is capable of remixing old vocabulary to understand sentences with completely new meanings, a sign of fluency. Even though the meanings are absurd, you'll notice in the demo that people's bodies will begin to obey the absurd narration correctly, but their rational minds will make them hesitate. They don't believe what they've heard. The use of games provides the safe trial and error context so necessary to grow dendrites, increasing the velocity at which the ear is capable of understanding the new language, another sign of fluency. Inserting things like plurals, adjectives, conjunctions, particles, cognates, etc., can serve as contextual clues to prime or pre-teach new vocabulary, providing a familiar aid for the future when new information needs a reference point to which it can run back and attach itself. Inserting famous people and students from the class is fun, helps grab attention, and makes this small assessment a pleasant learning experience. Short daily assessments give the brain the quick feedback it wants. These give the brain an opportunity to notice things about the new language, thus creating grammar lessons in context. This satisfies the left hemisphere's curiosity as it unconsciously compares L1, its native language, with L2, the new language, and confirms correctness, another sign of fluency, or the need to change or adapt, a basic survival skill of the brain. Through today's demo and activities, you've been exposed to and demonstrated comprehension of approximately 15 words through movement, listening, speaking, and reading. So in 1 hour, you can practice the 4 skills. This is a very, even TPR, can be a highly good literacy tool. And then TPRS, if any of you know of that, that is an amazing fluency tool. So I wanted to address trial and error because it's so important in our teaching. And if you can remember that, and I bring my kids on board with all the stuff on the brain. Our first 2 days are bonding and teaching them about the brain and how we're going to be collaborators together using their brain strengths. And one story I tell them, because I want them to feel free in class, mistakes are good, that's how we learn, is I tell them about the 2 rats, the famous experiment of the 2 rats that were put in a maze, and at the end of the maze was cheese. So they're motivated to find the cheese. One rat is shown the correct path through the maze to the cheese. The other rat is not. So you can imagine the rat who is shown the correct path gets there more quickly. And the rat who is not and has to do trial and error, he'll go up, bump against a wall. He'll see, oh, there's no cheese there, go back. Go bump against this wall, oh, there's no cheese there, go back. He eventually gets to the cheese, but it's taken him much longer. When they cut the brains open of the 2 rats, the rat that has done trial and error has grown more dendrites between the left and the right brain. That's a sign of intelligence. So I'm encouraging the kids to make mistakes, do trial and error. What they're doing with trial and error is eliminating the wrong choice. And what you're doing with your constant feedback every second that you can by raising the right picture, putting the dot on the right picture, is helping them feel calmer. Oh, that's the right one. Okay? So let me stop right there. We've got 3 minutes. If you have a question about today's presentation or the graduate class or the Language Institute, we usually have that Language Institute in the summer. The only one that's going to go year-round is American Sign Language. We offer that 1 evening a week, and we try to keep it with the MTSU semester, so that will start when the semester starts. It will probably be on a Wednesday evening from like 5:30 to 6:30. Any questions? Yes, dear.
On the assessment where it says listen to Japanese, so Japanese is the L2. So as an ESL teacher, it would be listen to the English sentence, right?
If you're trying to do this,
like if I'm in a class of like Spanish speakers and I'm teaching them English.
Yeah, you just flip it. But you need to have somebody. Are you a Spanish speaker too?
See, that's the thing.
That's what you would need to check that out with the translation before you do this. Okay. So those of you that don't have the language of your class, this is just for if you're fluent in that language. Good question. Yeah. If you're good, I thank you and have a good rest of the day.